So, where do we begin? Where do we begin? All right. So, why is it that men and women can't have it all? Well, because a lot of the things that men and women want when we talk on, let's say, a surface level, when you start listening to people list off the characteristics of the things that they say that they want, it's I don't know. It don't ever be like, I don't know. I don't really think it's ever like realistic. Sorry. I don't think it's ever realistic. So, hold on. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Okay. Sorry. I ain't radio ready. So, why is it that we can't have it all from one person? Let me give you a specific example. Have you ever like listened to podcasts and heard women describing the type of man that they want? Um, excuse me. The issue that I often find when I listen to women describe the characteristics of the person that they want, they're often describing two different type of people. So I'll give you an example. They'll say that they want, a man that's a leader, that's strong, and that's respected by his peers. But at the same time, they also want a man that is agreeable, who's actually passive, and they they want him, like when they describe this man that they want that's respected, that leads his peers, they often describe a man that does things that men don't respect. So it's like you describing a coward or a sucker and a leader in the same person, and that's like, if a man said that he wanted a woman that was super hyper feminine, but every woman he got was super aggressive and thuggish and cursed and did all kind of stuff. It's like a man saying that he wants a woman that is you know, feminine, but he go to the store with her to buy Jordans and sneakers, but he's complaining. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like it's like a man saying that he wants a traditional woman, but going to the strip club and trying to make those type of women wife material. And maybe those women are wife material to a certain type of man, but not for a man that is not a criminal, that is had his stuff together, his credit is right. It's just not, it's not feasible. So again, why can't men and women have it all? Well, why, my question or my pushback is, why do we want it all? Why can't we just be happy with a person that is good to us and that is a good person, period? Why do, instead of wanting a person that is good to us, that's good for us, why do we want things that we don't need so bad? Why do women want men that they say are leaders, but end up, trying to make leadership a form of agreeableness? Or, you know, strong women say they want strong men, but often get men that are passive. They might be strong in the sense that they got a strong instinct to fight another man or to be violent, but they're not strong, like in a sense of leadership, um, discipline, not non criminality. Like, no. And then also, too, like with women, Women want a man that's a leader, that's respected by his peers. But often when you listen to podcasts, you will hear women describe things that they want from men that are not necessarily respected by other men. So you want a man that's a leader, that's respected in his community, but you want that man to do things that will make other men not lose respect for him. It's almost like women want the ability to emasculate a stronger man, and it's like men are obsessed with domesticating women that don't want to be domesticated. Men are obsessed with trying to domesticate women that are clearly free and non-traditional, and women want to emasculate the most masculine man. Both sexes are being extremely unrealistic, being extremely toxic, and unrealistic. And I'll say us men are realistic too. I'll say the biggest way that men are realistic that's similar to women is as much as we want a woman, sorry, sorry, people do shit. As much as men want, women that are faithful in relationships, we got to be honest, that comes with boring sex, most likely. That woman that's going to be faithful, that could cook and do all the things that we want, realistically, she probably not going to be that freaky. She probably not going to be able to please us that much in bed because she don't have experience. So that's a part of where men be delusional, wanting, a virgin to be able to have all this experience and be able to please you. Like, no, we got to make a sacrifice too as men. But it's the same thing with these women. That's why I see, and that's why first I thought about doing the title "What Women," but no, both men and women do it. Men are unrealistic, and instead of a man getting a normal woman, getting an average, good, just a nice woman, maybe she's not a supermodel. We don't chase her, or if we get her, we leave her because she can't perform like these, promiscuous women. But it's the same thing. So we want to domesticate. We want to turn Cardi B into Claire Huxtable, but women want to turn, Tupac, or they want Ghost. They want Ghost from Power. They want a dude that has this mix of a street life and a business life, but that's only a that's only a criminal. Only a criminal can have the best of both worlds. Only a man that was already a criminal can turn around and be a corporate man. So that's already starting off bad. The woman that wants the corporate thug, she does not know what a good man is because you can't be a square your whole life and then turn into a gangster. You only could be a gangster and then turn into a square. What does that mean? That means if women like corporate thugs, they only like thugs. They don't like good men. They like bad men who are trying to be good or cosplaying good men. But men that are starting out good, they don't want that. That's similar to us men wanting, you know, women that have 0.001 bodies that are super thick and pretty to just ignore all of the attention that they get from all men and just give us that attention. That's ridiculous. You got to get a woman that is on the same thing that you want. A woman that's humble. It's the same way that women sometimes don't accept that they're average at best. Some dudes got to understand the things that you want out of a relationship. You are actually going to go have to find an average woman. It go both ways. It goes both ways. Above average women get so much attention. Like, do you know what you are asking in this lifetime for a super stupid dime piece to just have your attention? Is the same as, again, as a woman asking a dude in his prime who got game, who got mouthpiece about himself, who got fashion to be faithful in his prime. Not saying it's good or bad, but it's just like, for God's sakes, we just don't care about biology. But that's why men and women can't have it all. It's impossible. It's impossible to have it all. I mean, a woman can't have it all. I mean, when women describe a good man, they'll describe a leader, but then they'll also describe a man that's agreeable. That's not a leader. A leader will listen and follow his constituents, but leaders are not agreeable. That's what makes leaders leader. They trying to find solutions. They don't go along to get along. Women will say that they want a strong man, but then they will describe a man that is passive, that will curtail and submit to her strength. Then they want men that are respected amongst other men. They say that they want an alpha. They want a man that's respected and at the top of the pyramid of whatever, status that men say that men create. But at the same time, when they describe the things that they want from a man, they're describing things that an alpha man would not do. So is it that you want the alpha or you want to emasculate the alpha? Because the guys that already are not respected by their peers, that are passive and agreeable, those aren't the men that you want. Why? Because they are already emasculated. So is the goal to partner with a man, or is it the goal to turn a strong man into a neutered man, or to turn a independent woman into a traditional housewife? What are we doing? Stop trying to force stuff. If the woman want to be modern and independent, just let it be. If the man want to be a player and he got options, you gotta let him be. But you can't force a strong man to be a follower. And I mean, if all of the things you want from a strong man are things that you describe in a weak man, why just get the weak man and live with it? But we can't have it all. We just can't. It's no way.